Hello and welcome to my YouTube real estate channel. Today, I would like to talk to those of you who would like to buy a new home but need to sell their existing home first. You're probably wondering if this is even possible, and the answer to that is yes, it's possible. But here are three things that you really need to know and understand to be able to do that. The first thing that you need to get savvy about is actually an addendum to the purchase contract called the contingency for sale of buyer's property option. So it's a long and fancy name. It simply means that you will write an offer and you will say, I'm sorry, to the buyer, I'm putting an offer on your property, but I have a condition, a contingency, aka a contingency, that you give me, let's say 30 days to allow me to sell my home. And if I do not sell my home, then I can walk and I'm not losing any money. So you might believe that that would never work because no buyer would be crazy enough to accept something like this. And actually, this is not true, because here is the trick. If you are writing an offer contingent to you selling your property, if as an agent, you know what you're doing, when you're selling your client offer, you're simply explaining to the buyer that what you're writing here is nothing less than a cash or almost cash offer. So of course, you have to be careful. They have some technicalities that you need to understand, deadline. But I mean, at that point, just know that it's doable and this is not as crazy as you would believe it is. And yes, it happened. I did actually 2 or 3 last year. So you can do it. The second thing you need to know is what we call the seller in possession. So let's say you wrote your offer, it's accepted, and usually what is going to happen in those circumstances is that the money that you will use, the money you will get from the sale of the property will be wired directly to the seller of your new property. This is why it's a cash offer. So, but also this is why, generally speaking, you will sell your home, let's say on the 1st of any month, and you will close on your new home the same day or a few days later. So you have to be practical here because you actually need to move. And to do that, there is actually an addendum in the purchase contract called seller in possession, which allows you to stay in your current home once you're packing. So what it is simply you're becoming the tenant of your own home, and you will pay a deposit, sometime a rent, to the buyers of your home to allow you to stay, pack, and move. So this is as simple as that. The third thing that you really need to do and make sure that I personally go through this contingency for sales of buyer property addendum, option addendum, line by line with my clients, because you have to make sure that you cross the right box to protect your rights and your money. So bottom line, the only thing that I wanted to tell you is you need to know what you're doing, but don't believe it's not possible, because it is, okay? So if you have any question, feel free to give me a ring at 408-717-2575. I also wrote a small blurb for informational purposes only, because each case is a case, on my website. So just go to sophiadelacote.com in the blog section, and you'll find my article. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Bye.